Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my hero build series. I am Sylphin. I'm pretty nervous because I am bringing you Kallari today. While I like her gameplay, I like her style, I have issues with her. I really struggle playing her, but with the Countess here, and I did actually really quite well. I have yet to lose a game with Countess. Maybe my Kallari skills have changed, so we're going to see exactly if they have. And this build, ladies and gentlemen, is called Grey Fox. If you would like to just see the build and the cards, we're going to run that down at the end of the video, so head on over there. And the inspiration, guys, Grey Fox, please let me know if you know what the inspiration is. Grey Fox, I'm not going to say it, let me know down in the comments, because if you get it, you are freaking awesome. So the very first cards here we're going to get is a health potion, a health token, and a strike token, because we are indeed laning as Kallari. Like usual, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support the channel, please head on over to my Patreon account to become a monthly subscriber, or simply head on over to my Amazon wishlist if you'd like to donate more directly that way. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are up against a Kwang. Now, I certainly could get my, my Shadow Walk first, but I'm deciding to go with my Shadow Dagger. Why are we going for a Shadow Dagger? Well, it does quite a significant amount of damage, and it slows the enemy. So that slow is going to help on some ganks that happen here in this early game, and also that the dagger, since it is a, throwed ability, I can sit back here, get some last hits with my dagger, and I don't really have to worry about, this Kwang doing anything funny or anything like that. I can very easily, grab a last hit if I need to. Second ability, though, that we are going to get is probably should be my Shadow Walk, but I'm feeling kind of maybe like Blackflip. Let's get our Shadow Walk here so I can maybe do some funny business, go into the shadows maybe, and get some harassment off on this Kwang. Now, what you have to learn about your Shadow Walk is that there's a delay with it. There's a delay after about 2 seconds you enter the Shadow Realm, but there is not a delay on the bonus physical damage. That bonus physical damage happens immediately and can very easily, not able to get that last hit, very easily able to get that bonus damage from your Shadow Walk immediately. So you can use it kind of as a little burst of damage if you really need it. So there is that. You can certainly take that into account. Now the last ability we went with was her backflip, and that you just jump into the air up to twice, so you can kind of do like a cool like air jump, double air jump, and then get away. Now I really should here focus on my Shadow Walk, but our dagger is going to be really, really nice for getting these last hits, even though I didn't get that one right there. This Kwang here should be careful, because I can maybe do a little bit more than he thinks. I can take a little bit chunks out of his health already in this early game, even with just one strike token. So we're going to get that. As you can see, that Shadow Dagger very easy in getting those last hits. Now, we can be fairly aggressive. I'm just really, as I maybe mentioned earlier, kind of nervous with Kallari, as I don't have the best luck with her, to be honest with you. I really struggle with her, and kind of nervous here. So while you do have your stealth and your backflip to get away, I'm kind of nervous. So the last ability we get here, of course, is the ultimate that ultimate is very, very strong in that it gives you... Oh, I wanted to get that, but I just kind of click buttons and... Oh, boy. It's very, very strong in that... I think he wants to do a big combo here with his ultimate, because I think he can probably get me down here pretty quick. So I'm going to need some help here while I be right back. Get that last hit. Now that we have to be a little bit more careful, I'm going to stay back and use my crippling dagger here to get these last hits. So her ultimate, something you have to remember is that it is a global teleport. You can teleport to any enemy hero on the map and get a good amount of damage off of them. It's just a basic attack, really, and that's it. But it is a global teleport, so there is a very nice way to kind of get across the map. You can split push really quite nicely, and then kind of engage in on an enemy anywhere in the map. So it gives you a nice ability to be anywhere on the map and still be in on team fights as well. So the very first card we're going for is the Assassin's Ward here. Very nice thing about it is it gives you 4 CP of value right off the bat, so you really don't need to do anything. You can just equip it, leave it as it is, and just go on your very merry way. The next card we're going to get is a Thirst Fang. Here in the first slot, we're going to have to discard a token, though, because we want a little bit of lifesteal and damage. When we upgrade it, we'll get a whole bunch of lifesteal as well. That's going to kind of tide us over because we are going for very high damage build. That lifesteal is going to hopefully act as some health in these engagements. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have no idea when my recording stopped, so I don't know what I told you about Kallari. So we're going to kind of talk about just her abilities very briefly here. Death Sentence was the ultimate that we got, the very last ability. It enables us to be anywhere on the map as we can teleport to an enemy, deal 1 basic attack's worth of damage, and yeah, so we can go from split pushing to engaged on the enemy very nicely. So it's definitely something that you need to consider. We had an easy kill if I ulted. Oh boy, we need to pay attention here, as that is a very good consideration. We do need to keep our eyes peeled on this mini-map, be looking around, because we certainly can use that ultimate to gain vision on all enemies, even if they aren't readily kind of visible, and then we can also obviously go in and kill them. All right. So yes, that is our ultimate. It enables you to. It really enables you to split push super easy and kind of do whatever you want, and then still be engaged. So it's really powerful in that you can jungle, you can do kind of whatever, really split push a lane and still get stuff done. So it's very powerful there. We're gonna go for our dagger here because we are still in lane. I certainly can be doing a few things here. Gonna get this minion here. This Kwang really, he can take a little pot shots on me, and that's okay, as we have a health potion here. Try to, almost got that. So the thing about her backflip is that it does, you can kind of use it to fairly often, but you will at that point use quite a bit of mana. So you do have to be careful here when you are doing that. I'm missing these last hits, which I really need to get. There we go. So that's why we want to upgrade our crippling dagger, as it does a fair amount of damage here on on the enemy. So this Kwang is definitely a tougher opponent to, you know, go in on in lane. But I can at least do stuff like this here and jump right over him and continue on our merry way. As you can see, though, he's doing a very good job of just hitting us down very slowly. So I'm getting a little bit of tickle damage here in this right lane. There is a delay on her basic attack. So I am finding that I am kind of encountering that here, and it's kind of quite annoying. I've missed a fair amount of abilities here so far. And again, there's that backflip to jump over and go on our merry way. There we go. There we go. Again, getting used to our basic attack a little more. So we are running out of mana here, so we do have to pay a little bit more attention to what's going on here. Get that last hit. Get this. I only have one backflip, which is a consideration. So I maybe keep that in mind here. Another health potion, though. We'll take a few hits, get this last hit, wait for these minions to come up. There we go. Alright, so I don't have mana, so I'm pretty much useless here if I engage, even though we are a fairly good basic attack hero. But I don't really want to leave this Kwang to his devices here. It's a tough decision here, my friends. I'm not sure exactly what to do. Well, we unfortunately got taken out in the right line by a good gank. Almost got away. I was doing a really tricksy job there with the backflip, but didn't quite work. So here's the Thirst Fang, 3 minor strikes in here. Look at that 10% lifesteal with a whole bunch of damage. That's going to hopefully act as some health here instead of just getting health, as we're trying to be sneaky and come in from the sides on these engagements. So after this, we're going for a Wind Carver Blade that has 2 strike and 2 kinetic. We're going to get this one here in the 5th slot, and this is going to be a good source of damage and attack speed here as we move on to this mid game. All right, guys, here we're going in on this Bellica. Oh, but she does a very nice job of. Here, I'm going to use my Shadow Walk to get some increased basic attack damage, but we didn't need it. Actually, there, as you can see, didn't need that bonus damage on our basic attack that Shadow Walk gave us. So didn't really need that. But now I'm going to go right lane here as we. Looks like we don't need to. Enemy tower destroyed. That's going to be very nice. I will rotate there if needed. But I don't think that's going to be needed for a while. Once that needs to get defended, then we will head over there and kill it. So there is this gadget's going to kill that, or gadget's going to be there. I'm going to actually go while this lane is pushed up and get this camp here. There you go. As you can see, there is that that bonus damage. I wasn't stealthed, but that bonus damage is activated immediately once you use your Shadow Walk. 9 card power, ladies and gentlemen. This makes it possible to finish off this Wind Carver Blade and get our next card, and that is going to be our Trader's Touch. Sorry, I thought it was something else, and we definitely can get this, as it's 7 card power here. So that's okay. We can go into a strike token, or perhaps get the next card after this, which is our Void Steel Dagger for a whole bunch of pen. So that's exactly what we are maybe going to do here. Get our health potion out here and get our Void Steel Dagger in our 6th slot. Get a little bit of pen that definitely is needed for Kallari to really shine, because she has to get that damage through, right? She has to get that damage. She's all reliant on that damage, so really needs to be there, and that's what that pen allows us to do. Once again, taken out there in the right lane, that Kwang is a hard person to go up against. He has that natural lifesteal, which is really helpful. He can just stay there. As long as he's attacking, he can get that, as our 10% lifesteal isn't working all that much. He can just simply AoE us and take out our health. Nobody's taking any dire pierce. We don't need this just yet, so we could simply go into the Void Steel Dagger here. But again, that Trader's Touch is hard to get, as it has 7 card power, right? So we're just going to have to wait till we get that and just kind of continue on here with this Void Steel Dagger. A major strike here. It's going to really help us out in this damage department. Although I really want that Void Steel Dagger, so boy, we're going to have to wait. We're going to have to wait for it. Alrighty, we have a gank coming in here from our friendly Rampage here, so let's see if he should be able to do something. So I'm going to come in here. Oh, but we do have a Kallari coming in. That's kind of scary. Or Chimera, sorry. So let's do our burst here. Try to take him out as fast as we can. But doesn't look like we'll be able to. I'm going to actually go into stealth here. Oh, where's that ward? Ooh, they have a ward here. So I really want to take out this. Oh, but they have a ward right there. And yeah, he can totally see me, can he? Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, so close. And I hope that this Rampage here can finish the job. There we go. As he finishes that kill, then we can go in here and try to get this Chimera as well. Let's see if we can. Oh, I don't know. Oh, but looks like we're chasing pretty hard here. Let's see. Hopefully we can. There we go. Yeah. Very nicely done. And let's just hit on this for a while. Wow. 4 of the enemy team dead here. Alright, so as you can see, there was kind of the, you know, kind of the strategy you want for Kallari. You saw that I was waiting there to engage on that Kwang. I waited to see what that Chimera would do. He didn't use his ultimate and stuff, you know, as soon as I would have liked. So I was forced to kind of just, you know, to engage there. I would have liked to have engaged after he had used his, after he'd used his ultimate and his stun and stuff, but I chose to engage. I disengaged there once it was kind of looking a little sour, and then after that, then I let's put our ward down first. And then I engaged. I chose to kind of stay back there, and then I chose to re-engage once that Chimera had left and try to kill that Kwang, which is exactly what we did. 9 card power. Now we can go into our Trader's Touch here in the 4th slot. 3% of the enemy's current health will be dealt as damage. That is huge. There is a video coming out for that. There's still no physical armor on the enemy team, so we're going to get the major strike so far here in this Void Steel Dagger. We will get the dire pierce for sure later on, just to cut through that base armor, but we'll have to wait to see if we need that second one in order for the enemy team to kind of, you know, get their armor, if they are going to get it at all. Alright, we're doing something tricksy here. I told for the Rampage to attack that right lane, but I'm going to go back for some health. I'm going to say attack. Oh, there he is. Damn it, I thought he had engaged. Oh, and he going back. So that's complete waste of an ultimate. Oh, I probably should have used that there in the mid lane. I thought that tower was still there. Damn it. Alright guys, so I thought that Rampage had engaged on that Kwang. The whole mini-map thing with their overlays, like right now I have no idea who that is in the mid lane. I know that they're engaged, but I can't tell who it is, so damn it. Alright, here we go. Let's do our big burst here. I empowered my Oh, shoot, I didn't want that. I empowered my basic attack there to make sure we got some damage off on that Kwong super quick. And now let's go in here and try to be sneaky. Let's see. I want. Let's open up on this Bellica. Look at that. Look at that damage. Crazy, crazy damage. And with that lifesteal that we will have, we will be able to quite easily get at least a little bit of health back. So that you do have to remember that for sure. I want to go in on this Murdoch when. There we go. Okay, so now we can go in here, but he should be able to see me. I don't think he. There we go. Yeah, I was definitely gonna get that last hit if he didn't die because I used his knife there. So we're gonna go a left lane here. Make sure we do that. So, how has the build been so far? It's been okay. I'm gonna put a. Ooh, yes, I know what you wanted to do. How's the build been so far? It's been okay. That not having that much life has been a bit tricksy. Ooh. Yeah, so we're not gonna do anything here. Definitely should be retreating. Unless somebody had black buff, in which case, I didn't know. Alright, so one thing you do need to remember about your Shadow Walk is that the at level 4 it actually okay there you go at level 4 it comes off of cooldown before you actually come out of stealth. So if you want to kind of stay in permanent stealth, you need to actually reactivate it as soon as it comes off cooldown, so then that 2 seconds goes by and then you kind of re-enter the kind of that. So, interesting game. Very dominant display by our friendly team. Card power not that great, but hey, you kind of saw a few things of what we wanted to do. Kind of that general gameplay, how that works. Kind of the strength, but hey, we didn't epic fail at least. So hey, that's an improvement for sure on Kallari for me. Let's take a look at the build. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here is the build Grey Fox. High damage build with a little bit of lifesteal. Hopefully acts as some health, but we still have some health in the build as well. So Warlord, of course, you are an assassin. You need to do that damage. The Warlord as your prime card. You got Health Potion, Health Token for when you're in lane. Mana Potion as well. Some people do actually like playing with her with Mana Potion. That is certainly an option, going Health Potion, Health Token, and Mana Potion. You do deal a fairly significant basic attack as an assassin right off the bat, so you can actually get a Mana Potion instead, and then use that mana to use your dagger more often to get those last kills. Simply just freeze your lane and just use your Shadow Dagger. That's certainly an option. Actually, one that I would probably actually prefer. I think that would actually work probably better there in the early game. First card, ladies and gentlemen, is your Assassin's Ward. However, you can also get an Executioner's Key if you choose to play her as a jungler. If you're kind of splitting the jungle role with somebody else, I just put this in there. One equipment slot. It is an option for you. And if you were to get this, then you would get also another strike token as well. Then you would go into your Assassin's Ward. No need for upgrades. You get 4 CP worth of value right off the bat. Don't need anything else. After the Assassin's Ward, we go into a Thirst Fang, which you will need to get rid of one of your tokens. You go into Thirst Fang, 3 minor strikes, just like that. Get a whole bunch of lifesteal, 10%. Hopefully that helps you, get some life back in those early game engagements and just sustain when you are in lane. After the Thirst Fang, go into the Windcarver Blade. This one here for damage and kinetic. At this point, you'll have a fair amount of damage, so that kinetic will certainly help. She does have a slow attack speed, so I am okay getting some kinetic earlier on. After this, Wind Carver Blade, then you go into the Trader's Touch. As you saw, for me, it was a bit tough getting that card power. It didn't take too long, but that is a big jump. Of course, you can definitely at that point get rid of your potions and your tokens in order to get this Trader's Touch. Didn't really talk too much. 3% of the current health is additional physical damage. This Trader's Touch is worth it as long as you are attacking somebody with 600 health or more. Above that, it skyrockets in value. It is absolutely ridiculous. It's much better than you think. Much better than you think. Please subscribe, guys, if you would like to see that video coming out pretty soon, probably in a week or so. After the Trader's Touch, then we go into our Void Steel Dagger. We get 2 Dire Pierces, 2 Major Strikes. You always get 1 Dire Pierce, but then there's that other Dire Pierce if need be. Probably, usually not. You're going to be an assassin attacking squishy targets, which won't have that much armor, so probably always going to get 1 Dire Pierce and 2 Major Strikes. After this Void Steel Dagger, we go into our second Wind Carver Blade. This has a whole bunch of kinetic. This might seem like a lot, but believe me, this is correct. This is correct. This does give us the highest DPS. You know, in terms of all of the points we're putting into damage, this does give us the highest DPS, so that is what we want here. This is right, all of that kinetic in this Wind Carver Blade. After that, we go into a strong Thirst Fang that replaces our weak one with 2 Major Strikes and a lesser drain, just to keep that drain just topped up just a little bit. At this point, I think something like 20% lifesteal at the end. That's pretty good. You know, if it'll help certainly with sustain when you are split pushing and then using your ultimate to get into engagements, but it'll also help once you hopefully win that engagement, regenerating your life in lane and pushing the lane up, and etc, etc. Of course, doing that high amount of damage that you will be doing, you'll be getting a significant amount of life back in an engagement as well. So I think it is quite valid. After this Thirst Fang, then we go into a Guardian's Ward that replaces our Assassin's Ward. This is where we get all of our health. At any point in the match, if you need that health, I was actually thinking about it right when we kind of steamrolled there all the way to the inhibitor. I was thinking at that point I wanted to get some health. At any point in the match, you can replace your Assassin's Ward with your Guardian's Ward and start working on this health. 3, 2, 1 health gives you 3, 5, 6, 700 health on that. 700 doesn't seem like that much, but for an assassin, you know, I would seriously consider maybe putting, you know, taking out 1 or 2 here for some strike. It's really up to you. I have yet to really play. I think this is probably my first, this is my second time playing this build, so I'm trying to feel it out, exactly how much health I want, slash, you know, you are an assassin, you're supposed to deal a crazy amount of damage, but you also need to stay alive. So there's the build, ladies and gentlemen. Final build, Trader's Touch, this Thirst Fang, this Void Steel Dagger, 2 Wind Carver Blades, a Guard and a Guardian's Ward. That is the whole build. High amount of damage with some lifesteal thrown in there. Very interesting. Hopefully that acts as some health and gives you some sustain for split pushing and other business as well. Please like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, share it with the community, guys. Of course, subscribe. If you found this helpful, found this content interesting, please subscribe so I can do it for you later. Till next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.